Hello friends, once again I'm Ray Verma, director of English.com as well as director of Concord Academy. In my last video, I shared some of my views related with ancient education system. I was trying to say you that somewhere we were very much advanced in comparison of other countries' education system. Some words come from Sanskrit and Sanskrit is one of the oldest language. So we can easily understand that by these words we could understand that time. One example is there, Jagat. The meaning of Jagat is जिसमें गति हो. So we used to know that our earth is in the rotation, it is not stationary. That's why it is called Jagat, जिसमें गति हो. Geography in Hindi or Sanskrit we say Bhugol. Bhugol, that means earth is round in shape. That's why we call it Bhugol. And this is not a modern word, it is an ancient word. We call it Bhugol. Uh, Friends, I would like to tell you a story. What kind of story it is? This story will tell you that how much we were advanced in that time. I'm not talking about 500 years, 100 years, 1000 years ago. I'm talking about 5000 to 10,000 years ago. That how much we were advanced. In our culture, I'm talking about Hindu sabita. In our Hindu culture, uh, there is a star that is called Antares. Antares, that means Eris, that means Mars, which is red in color. The same is Antares. It is the 50th brightest star. 50th, I'm saying 50th. That means uh, before that there are 14th brightest star. So why we are talking about this Antares? Antares, that means if you go to Panchang, if you watch Panchang, if you see Panchang, and if you talk to any like astrologer or a Pandit, then they call it Jesta. Jesta, that means bigger. Okay, why do we call it Jesta? Jesta, that means one who is bigger than other. Jesta brother, Jesta brata. The same thing is there. So it is quite difficult without having a telescope to know that what is the size of this Antares. Antares, it is 40,000 times bigger than Sun. Isn't it very uh, surprising? Yes, it is really very surprising. In a Bhagavad Gita, there is a shlok. If we see it casually, then you will see it is just a shlok. But you know, uh, in this shlok, every word has been given a value. Okay, and when we just put this value in this shlok, you will be surprising get a value of pi, that means 3.14, and up to 40 decimal it is correct. It is really interesting and surprising how we were advanced. You know, why I'm not happy with today's education system? Because Britishers wanted to break our Indian education system because our Indian education system was very vast. Our culture, we have different languages, we have different custom, rituals, and even some of the like some of the teachers, some of the we can say the educationists of Britishers, they told they have the inferiority complex that in Sanskrit a lot of knowledge is there. We cannot compare. So that was the reason they wanted to break our education system. And when Macaulay was given a responsibility to just make an education system in India, so he started working on the language because the relation was with Indian just like a wife and a husband. Like actually there was a communication problem, so he introduced English in the education system because they wanted to chat with the people. And why in India art is not given that much preferences what medical science and mathematics are given. The reason behind that, uh, before independence, when Macaulay came in India, they wanted they wanted clerk in their company. They didn't want managers, they wanted clerk, they didn't want artist. So they started working on STEM process, STEM theory, we can say STEM system, we can say STEMs. That means S belongs to science, T belongs to technology, E belongs to engineering, and M belongs to mechanics. Because they wanted labor, they didn't want manager. That's why they were not teaching them economics and all this thing. They were not teaching them arts. So from that time, we are giving importance to STEM system. That means one who is an engineer is very superior, and one who is an artist he is not. He is inferior. So that is the negative aspect about our education system. So many things are there. Whatever we are taught in our schools, these are the theories. If I say where the calculus, integration, and differentiation is being used in my life, is it useful in my life? So, in your practical life, if a teacher is not saying you, there is no use of integration and differentiation in your life. So, there must be a significance, there must be an object why you are studying all this thing. Without having any particular direction, we are just going and going. And what is the purpose of education? If I ask someone, then the purpose of education is to get a degree, go to the job, get married, have some kids, and put my kids in the same education system. That means this kind of things are going on, and we are not getting it. So, what would I like to say? That the ancient system, the education system, was too much ahead, and today's education system only believe that student should memorize, should not understand. Students are not allowed to make mistake. If students are not allowed to make mistake, yes, they will not learn anything. So these are some kind of videos what I'm trying to make you understand the real meaning of education. Education doesn't mean that whatever like schools and teachers and colleges and the universities are teaching you. Education means that after completing your all educational qualification, whatever small amount is retaining in your mind, that is real education. And the education should be practicalized in your life, it should be utilized in your life. That is the real meaning of education. So this is a series of videos, one by one I am just trying to give you such kind of videos. Stay with me. Have a nice day. Thank you.